Alright, so for abilities, the plan is Charisma, increases influence gauge recovery when correct answers are chosen. And Cool and Composed, steady aim. And then, no idea what it's gonna do, but Moonsault to increase our jumping power.
Ready?
I am really wondering what this is gonna end up doing. Alright.
Look at the chat real quick, though.
Oh yeah, I see. Alright. All rise!
Well, almost finished my milk.
you say
Monami, just hanging around.
It's
Well then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
It's a pendulum.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Gundam and Akane have a Hoji's, or just hair, that does like the same motion, but in the opposite direction.
You are correct.
Their hair is reaching out to each other.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us? Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
Says you.
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice and people interrupting me and talking about getting back their swords and other sorts of shit.
Give back my sword.
Not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now let's begin.
I mean, she was interrupting you.
You're telling us to begin. What are we supposed to do?
No complaining. Let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that be
I'll punch you.
Don't punch me, you'll mess up my awesome shark teeth.
It's a chance I'm willing to take.
Why do you make her sound lazy?
Because she is. Isn't it? It's part of her character that she hates working. That's
fair.
That's why her gymnastic routines are always improvised.
They are? Really? How do you say that?
That came up earlier, like when we were first meeting her. Nagito pointed out, like she doesn't plan out her routines. She just makes it up as she goes because she doesn't like practicing.
Oh.
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect. Yeah. What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right? No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me. Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
You know, if Mikan just trips, the only one to possibly see what happens is the guy next to him.
Huh?
Her.
The most pressing issue on our minds?
And this guy would be jealous.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table. Let's start with that mystery.
I thought for a moment Nekomaru's hand, you can't see it now because it's behind Chiaki's name, but I thought his hand was clipping into his table. It was just behind it. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table.
Hey, at least he doesn't have the same issue as, like, what was his name?
Yasuhiro?
Fatty.
Oh, Hifumi.
Yeah.
We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him.
Who couldn't even fit in this thing.
No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what.
So what is this guy
seems
anyways?
so much more serious and ready to work with his lack of a jacket. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment.
Yep, I know you will!
I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness.
I think he heard you.
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after another without any breaks.
So in other words, we gotta be ready.
It is up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you'll find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button.
I was gonna say truth cylinder as opposed to a truth cone.
Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones.
I'm being
They didn't
slightly
even acknowledge
distracted
my
by the
joke.
fact that the characters go shadowy right before they go off screen.
That one didn't. She does. though.
Yeah!
Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun, don't die.
Is this narrator supposed to be like an actual character, or...
We're just continuing with the. You know.
It's the character is just it's just Rhino. That's the character.
Hello, it is me, Rhino.
The headmaster.
Make your
The
argument. The knife, bloodstain under the table, and the gaps in the floorboard. All right, we're about to find. Let's read this as usual.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table, at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay its discovery. They, like a dog burying a bone. You like my metaphors?
Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. All right.
Listening, right?
Yep. Bloodstain under the table and.
What?
Soda. Yeah.
It's the only orange one, I think.
Jeez.
I noticed they have a meter now. They don't have actual sections.
Yeah, which interesting choice. Also, the reticle moves way faster than I'm used to it. It's way more sensitive. I'm gonna need to adjust that. No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see, I get your point. And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Shall I hit her over the head?
I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Well, I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table. She is so short.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
He probably dropped his fork.
Obviously he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was! You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
No.
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he died under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably...
It gave us our whole list.
Well, yeah, I did this last time, too.
The murder threat, maybe?
Wait, display problem? Okay, yeah, if it's connected... What Byakuya was doing during the party.
It's this or the case.
He was taking everything that could be dangerous, remember?
Yeah.
So the murder thing. The murder threat, I mean.
Guess that makes it. What were you thinking, Rhino?
I was thinking the Duralumin case.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's definitely one of the two.
He couldn't be doing the Duralumin case because someone else had it, remember?
Well, no.
No,
he had
No.
Oh, he had the emergency
he had his
one,
case. Right. Pecco had the one with the actual murder equipment.
We have the one with his case.
I'm gonna try this one.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry.
I think that's wrong. Everyone's staring. So I just made a fool of myself in front of everyone. Kyoko's
Still
facial.
a health bar.
Alright. It's connected to what he was doing at the party.
Oh, maybe the knife? No. Damn it, I don't know.
Duralumin case.
Alright, I'll try it.
Alright.
Oh, never mind.
So we were both
Are
wrong.
we going to lose in the first question?
I really hope not.
Fortunately, the timer resets every time. Irons.
You want to just
tablecloth.
try the knife?
Nope. Nope.
Wait, what are the details? However, Akane and Pekka were the only ones who ate them. Oh! All the dangerous equipment that could be a potential weapon was... Okay. God damn it!
Seriously?
Just do the knife.
Fine.
But we don't know about the knife. He wasn't doing that during the whole thing.
Knife! Oh!
Really?
He was taping a knife under the bottom of the table!
He wasn't taping it. It was already taped, probably.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
A knife? No! Oh, that's me, right?
Yeah, that's a Buki.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I have a murder weapon?
The Yakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there somehow. So in order...
Well, I mean, glowing in the dark.
Yeah, but the tablecloth is also down.
That's fair.
So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment? Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible. What? You seem rather confident about that. Of course, I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
Can I smack him?
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way.
Oh dear.
No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time.
The B was on the first line there. B only.
Don't you question my
Okay, sorry.
order choice whenever it gets the point across.
Fair.
I am green text, and I control all.
You don't control me, says Peko Peko.
Well, see, the thing is, I could say Peko Peko is now dead, and then it will be so.
I don't
That's right.
think that's possible, alright.
This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful.
So pretty much the same as the past game.
You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding on the space key, you can progress the argument slowly.
Yeah, I did that last time.
Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun, and don't die. Oh wait, one more thing. Just kidding.
What? Oh God!
Oh, jeez. I'm going to say night vision.
We don't know what the orange statement is yet.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Oh, there you go.
I doubt he could have seen the killer.
It's true, getting under that table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but... I don't know what he yells in this game!
Counter.
I'm a Smash Bros. Character. No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark. I like this music.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Oh shit,
Oh.
counter.
Oh god, we're getting countered by an NPC. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around. Other way around? Seriously, the killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Huh?
Were you surprised by Mihiru's sudden argument?
Yes! I did not know the NPCs would actually do something this game!
Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called the Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally.
What the fuck?
It's
To
likely,
interrupt me, I'm still explaining.
we're not going to be, reading the statements out loud.
You
I
can
mean, it would be you
certainly
to read the
try.
statement, so...
And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage.
Oh,
On
she's
the other
right next
hand,
to you.
if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose count of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful.
Oh, jeez.
When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button.
I am so confused right now.
Same.
Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark.
What?
So from what I understand so far, it seems like you're going to be matching pieces with WASDA, and then once it's been on your side long enough, they start revealing weaknesses where you need to do the same thing as you do with a non-stop, but this time with a sword.
I guess?
Okay then, that's
Huh?
weird.
What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation.
What?
In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important?
How the...
Press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls.
Um,
Well then, good luck, have fun, don't die, don't stab yourself, don't stab your friend, unless you want to leave.
oh, jeez.
Alright, let's figure out how to do this. I don't know what to start with, so I'll select
Do
after.
illuminate kitties?
If you just use common sense, killer is obviously... It's gotta be it. Cross swords?
Click, 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 click.
I didn't know what it wanted from me.
You had to hammer the left mouse button. It was the symbol in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, but it came out of nowhere.
Cut it.
Advance.
Cut it. Damn it.
Nope, you can't cut the weak spots unless you have the truth blade.
Whoops. Found a hole in your argument. Right.
The case.
Yep.
Cut.
You have to wait until the spot comes up for that. There it is.
God, this is confusing!
I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. It seems like you have to keep up the small strokes, just kind of ward them off until your finishing blow can be dealt.
I guess. No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
We barely made it through it. Why?
Yeah, Jesus. Definitely, but why? Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party
Was drugs.
we found a smaller case for storing drugs, next to this case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside the Duralumin case as well. Wahoo! I said assume. The book never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place. I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was a knife inside that case, too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there, too. It would be weird. I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish. Ew, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles, too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it.
Duct tape.
It looked more like masking tape to me, but alright.
Duct tape.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
Huh? Duct tape? Woo!
Oh, okay.
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table. Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there. Duct tape makes me cry.
Though Byakuya was thorough. Even he couldn't have noticed the weapon taped to the underside of a table. This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Okay,
Rose noted her. Moving on.
Not only did he bring the self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
Why does the self-defense kit include leather gloves?
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Maybe for handling the pepper spray?
Mm.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a little bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye? What?
This cast is a lot more quirky than last game's. I like it.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Yeah, everyone here is weird. That's right. Byakuya. How did I get my health back?
I don't know.
Byakuya probably
right?
knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Because this one we know.
Yeah, this was the one I was thinking at first. My bad.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
I can't
Gentlemen!
read that from way over here.
Gentlemen, behold!
Corn?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
That was green text, you little shit.
It was green text, but it wasn't tutorial text. Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that. Was it me?
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
That means you still tell lies. Those are still lies.
Hey, you're
Put your
hard.
arm free.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
Sorry, doing something. There.
Letter.
There we go.
Letter.
Now I can keep an eye on the
Today's
both
class
types.
trial was brought to you by the letter H for hope. That got you that good, huh? Fun shit. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other.
Okay,
In
but
doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have just been a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
he could have told us he received a threatening letter.
I don't particularly see how that would have changed anything. But also, we might have panicked. And he also knew that.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting back into your voice because you don't talk!
I see. His strong sense of responsibility as a leader was his undoing.
I'm still in this pose from like 15 minutes ago!
I will smack you. Screw that noise. Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously the killer. The killer. Clicking doesn't do anything. Oh, okay. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Monokuma slowly points at Monami.
Enough already. Show yourself, you coward.
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
It's you.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet. Pardon me. Can I say something, please? What is it, Miss Sonia? I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
See, that is a good question. You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. If the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. Because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. It was the glowing paint.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not where I thought they were going with that question.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do something like, well, how did they get to the table to begin with, or whatever. What if the glowing paint... With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right? Does that mean the killer painted them in advance? But painting them with glowing paint, it's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekayama! Look, I'm doing my best Genocide Jack impression!
Your tongue's too short.
I know, I'm trying!
Eat Pekka killed Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wares? I am not the killer. Also, what the hell? Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily? But with Pekko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
What?
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pekko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
What the hell, man?
We were investigating. We found that the circuit breaker was actually, it was so high up, none of us would have actually been able to reach it.
Oh.
That was straight.
I thought they were hinting that Pekka was short. I was like, I really don't think she's short.
No, but she's not super tall, is the thing.
She does have a stick, though.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pekka was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened?
After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up till now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots.
You will click on them in order to say, yes, that's right!
When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well, good luck, have fun, don't die. Oh my god, there's blue and orange everywhere. It's Portal!
Make your agreement, maybe? Oh, somebody's account. Okay, give me a moment.
Got a review.
There. Okay, so we have Teru's account.
We?
Yeah, that was one of them. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity, so it couldn't be used during the blackout.
Jackie's is...
Fuyuhiko came to the building and walked away.
And was it Kazuichi?
Kazuichi headed straight to the office and didn't see anyone there. I'm looking at all the accounts because I know we have nothing but accounts. Nekomaru couldn't use the bathroom.
I'm
all
guessing it's going to be Kazuichi's.
We didn't have Kazuichi's.
Since Pekka was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout. What happened to your guard duty?
So it's his
Sorry.
account. Oh, you weren't in the office? There's clearly a desperate excuse.
So, just from listening to Pekka's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. We have to use Nekomaru's account. The account that seemed the stupidest. The account of, I wanted to use the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah, but how many weak spots are there? I don't remember.
There was the agree spot, and I think there was something. Hang on. It's impossible.
I think that was the only one.
It was
this one.
Oh yeah.
Haha! Consent!
That's what they call.
Consent! I'm gonna take this opportunity to lower the sensitivity of the damn mouse.
Is that an option?
Yes. I'm gonna set it to that and see how it works. Because God, it was way too fast for my liking. No, I think Pekko was telling the truth. Don't tell me you're crushing on Pekko. The word consent did just fly across the screen there. It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
Yeah.
I need to use the bathroom.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time, shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
The person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually... Everyone else besides Pekko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pekko. I actually had not made the connection that she was the one in the bathroom.
I guess that could be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier. There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If you locked yourself in the bathroom that long, there's no time. Shit. There's no way she admit it. There's no way she admit that she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
Actually was. I'm sorry. It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else? Please? Monica will have ammo against me. Don't give him the ammo.
I already know all this.
Fuck you. Don't worry, the spell wasn't that strong. I used it right after you, so you can trust me. I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt the suddenest rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
No.
No.
Seriously, stop it. But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence? Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating. I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives? Laxatives? If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence, or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. I never thought that in Danganronpa we would have a case where the pieces of evidence include I went to take a shit and a fan service shot.
Yeah. Keeping us on our toes.